Hey everyone, it's Katrina and welcome back to another episode of Amani Zoo. It's been a long time since we've been back in the zoo. I've definitely been focusing on the Everglades for a while now and kind of knocking a lot of those episodes out. But it's definitely time to jump back in Amani, and as so far we have our little Australia section over here and the lemurs, and so that's just what we're going to continue on today. But also what we finally have is a little kind of, it's not all just food, but it's like a little food court, and there's also some shops right here right at the entrance, and it makes it flow a little better. And these are just two blueprints that I made for this zoo. It's kind of a mixture of all the themes. I have the Australian walls, the African roofs, and then it also seems a little South American, so it's kind of just a blend of all of the themes, and I think it fits pretty well here. And so we just have this little section right here, and then I'm gonna make like a little garden, or just like put a bunch of foliage there and kind of block it off a bit so it doesn't look as choppy, I guess. And then also we need to do some work on this side so it's not as plain, and then also do something with these and probably get some custom billboards in here eventually as well. And then I also do have some toilets that I need to add. I have a blueprint of that too right here. Kind of have a bit of the aquatic. I have those aquatic, whatever they're called, on the bottom, and kind of going along with this theme too, but a little bit different. So I think I'm just gonna put those right here. And I think I'm gonna have them set kind of that far back, and then line it up. There, that should be good. And so now we have toilets right at the entrance too, and kind of connecting this. And one more thing I do want to do is I think I'm going to add a tiny staff area right here. That'll be like these vendors staff area, so they don't have to walk all the way over there. I mean, it's not that far of a walk, but I think this is just like a nice little area, and this we can have a path going off from here. So that's just what I'm going to do. Let me make this a lot smaller. So we're just going to have this coming right over here like that, and we'll just add a staff room. I don't know if there's anything else we need really. Facilities, staff. Maybe I should add, I don't have all of the large staff facilities researched yet, so like I can't put a large staff room in yet, but I can just put maybe a couple staff rooms in here for now if it's going to connect to the path. And yeah, and the vendors can use these, and maybe, I don't know, whoever else. And let me connect this. It's not connecting. There we go. And then we'll also move this tree, and then I'll put some walls over that and make it look a little more nicer later, and then we'll also just kind of block this all off. So yeah, there's definitely still some work that needs to be done here, but at least we have the basic layout, and I'll work on this all this episode. As well as this episode, we are going to continue our Australia section, which wasn't even the plan for right away for this zoo, but it kind of just happened like that. And yeah, I do really like the Australian animals, so they're fun to build for. And so we're going to continue right over here with the dingoes. Oh yeah, and one more thing I did is I finished this staff area finally. These didn't have any walls on them before, and so I kind of just continued with this kind of, again, more rustic Australia theme. And then I put some walls here, and yeah, I have this little seating area for the staff, just like for the staff when they're on their break. And then I have some props back here, and yeah, it's not much, but it looks a little more realistic, and we have a flower right there. But yeah, so this area right here is finished, and this again is the lemurs. And so yeah, right here is going to be the dingoes, which we are doing in this episode. I think I want to maybe have like another sunken down habitat like the kangaroos, but this time maybe have a bridge going over it. I'm not completely sure yet. This is a pretty big area, but it might need to go all the way over here too, because let's see, how much space do the dingoes require? See, they do have quite a large land requirement. So yeah, we'll probably end up using this whole area. And I like that you can have a lot of dingoes in there at once. So, and they're a lot of fun, like, and playful. So yeah, I think that'll be a cool animal to have right here and right behind this staff area. Maybe I can connect it too. So yeah, that's what we've got planned for this episode. And so I'm just gonna hop right in and start with the speed build. So yeah, enjoy the speed build and I'll catch you at the end. we're back, and I hope you enjoyed the speed build. This is our dingo habitat, and it actually took me a long time to build this. Not like how many hours I put in it, more like how often I've been playing the game. I kind of took an unintentional break again, and so yeah, it's been like over a week since the beginning of this video, so the first voiceover I did. So sorry if I repeat anything because it's been a while since I started this really, but I finished it now for the most part. I mean, there's still a few things I could do, like this area right here looks a little blank, but overall I got most of it done. So this is the dingo habitat. We have this bridge over here, and I chose this path, but I might change it to a different one yet. I don't know. You can let me know what you think if you want. But I was thinking, I don't know what other path I was thinking. I mean, this is the Australian one, which it's a nice path, but it's a little much, like it's a little busy. And I also like this path a lot. I don't know. I do like how this path looks. I just don't really like the railings that much. It just seems like not very safe, I guess. I don't know. But I do like the way the path looks other than the railings. And so yeah, this is our dingo habitat, and I struggled a lot with their space requirement because they do require quite a bit of space, and I kept having to change it, and I think we're in the orange. Yeah, we're really close to hitting there, so I'm okay with that. And yeah, it's just their space. But I think we're pretty close, and overall they've still got a pretty good welfare. And yeah, so it's not perfect and it's not exactly where I would like it to be, but I just worked so much on it and I kept making it bigger and it just wasn't enough. So I'm just gonna settle for that because I did end up adding this whole another back section that the guests can't even see. So the guests can only see this part of the habitat, and we still have this whole section right here with this little shelter I threw together real quick. It's really simple, nothing much. It's kind of similar to this staff area right here. And so yeah, this is just for the dingoes to sleep. We've got one right there. And yeah. And then of course more rocks to block it off. But I didn't put rocks around the whole thing. So I still did a lot of rocks, but at least not around the whole thing. And then we have a waterfall right here. I have a waterfall over here, so I kind of just did the same thing over here, except it's a bit bigger. Although it is a little crammed over here with this bridge going across it and all these rocks, because I put all these rocks because the terrain looked a little funky, because I couldn't get it like smooth, so I just added a bunch of rocks. That seems to be the solution to everything. So yeah, it looks a little cramped. Not my favorite thing I've ever done, but like I said, I built this over like a long period of time, so it wasn't completely, I can't think of the word, but so yeah, it was a little choppy, I guess, but it's still, I don't know, I still like how it turned out. We have their little pool and a little sprinkler, and they're all running around being cute. So yeah, this is the dingo habitat, and then over here, this is just a little staff only area, and this is how you get to the bridge. And I really like this right here. I kind of made a double layered, I don't know if that's how the right way to describe it, but it's just like a little barrier so the guests don't fall over, and then some plans again to, keep the guests from leaning over too far and then falling into the habitat, because that wouldn't be really good. And yeah, I like how that turned out. And then we have this sign right here for the Dingo Trail, and I really, really wanted to use this Australia sign. I really like this sign, but it's really awkward because it has this little part in the bottom right here. So in order to see the whole thing, you have to like put it up really far. So I kind of just sunk it into some rocks to make it not so tall, I guess, and then add a dingo trail right here, even though it's not really that much of a trail, but I don't know, I still think it looks good. And then we have this fence right here, and again I added these bushes to kind of keep the guests from, I don't know if they would want to climb over the fence, but yeah. And then I still have little cleaning up to do right here. But yeah, that's this whole Dingo area. I think it's done for the most part. I mean, there's always some things you could touch up. But yeah, I like how it turned out. And so, yeah. And then I did do the entrance area for the most part, and it looks so much better now. It was really kind of open and messy in the beginning, but now it looks a lot more nicer. And I still have this area to work with. I think I'm going to do an Amani Zoo sign right here. Maybe use a custom billboard and create a logo eventually. But so when you walk into the zoo, there's just the sign right here. And then I have these kind of two trees right here, which I think look nice. And then we have our little food court shopping area. Have a few picnic tables, and then this little statue with the elephant right here and some foliage. And yeah, I have this part blocking off the staff area. And yeah, there's still, of course, more work to be done. But I think we got pretty far in this episode, and I'm like where we are now. And then this is also a education conservation board little sign that I made a while ago, and it was a blueprint, so I just brought it in here, and I think it fits pretty well here. And yeah, so that's what we've accomplished this episode. And again, sorry for the another break. I kind of just got caught up in some things and didn't have a ton of motivation to play the game, but I'm back in it now, and we finally got another episode of Amani Zoo done. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you would like to receive any updates from me, feel free to follow me on Instagram. There's a link in the description. Yeah, I don't know where we'll go next with this zoo. We have our Australia section right here, and we still could add the cassowaries, which would be pretty cool, so maybe we'll do that next. I'm not sure. Oh, and one more thing is that today, actually, the day I'm recording this voiceover, again, this video has taken a long time to record, so I'm in a totally different place than in the beginning of this video, but update 1.6 was announced, so that's exciting, which means we'll probably get another DLC soon too. So yeah, we'll see where that takes us, because I'll probably, if we do get a DLC soon, I'll probably do a couple videos on that. And it's raining. But yeah, so we'll kind of just see how it goes with this new update. It sounds pretty awesome. There's going to be some Vista points are going to be added into the game, custom audio, and the bears will be able to dive now, which will be awesome. And yeah, there's a bunch of other things there. So I'm excited for that, and excited for if there's a new DLC coming. So yeah, that is the end of the video now. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
Buongiorno, Camonina.